It's day 2, and I'm already stressing myself out. Okay, so today all I did was edit videos. I went to bed really, really late. My eyes don't really look that funny, it's just the position. I did not like how my hair looked in my videos yesterday, and yesterday I had the best hair day of my life. It's just, I guess you have to take time. I'm not talking about superficial. I started feeling funny today, like not well. And then it was like, I'm having problems breathing. What is that? What kind of. And then I said, is that a symptom of COVID? And I'm like, of course that's a symptom of COVID. So maybe I have COVID. That's one thing. I think I'm getting progressively worse feeling. And I've had to run errands and be out in the public over the past week, I think. So I was around other people and touching stuff, and I'm not really cautious anymore. I don't think anybody's cautious anymore. And no, I'm not vaccinated. And I'm always careful, of course. Okay, next up is I'm switching internet providers. So they're coming early in the morning, and I have been staying up really late. I'm talking like early hours of the morning late. Like staying up until so that's not good. That's not good for getting. I didn't get enough sleep, and that's why editing was so hard for me because I was editing, and nodding off, and coffee is something that people do that I've never done, which is a video that I've been meaning to do. Yeah, I don't drink coffee, but I kind of realized that that is what people do. People drink coffee to make themselves stay awake, I guess. I don't know. I've never done it. That must be all of that drowsiness and passing out while you're working. Happens to me all the time. Must be because I don't drink coffee. Maybe I should drink coffee. This is the exact same thing for not using any medicines. I'm anti-medicinal, and coffee's the same thing. I just, from my experience in life and from anything, I know that it's better to do it from what you have inside. But that being said, I'm obviously doing something wrong. And then many people would argue I'm doing things right, but then we're on to that issue too. My physical body, sometimes that's like the only thing that's going for me, and I don't know. I don't think that's going for me anymore. So, and it's never been like top notch. It's just been passable or okay. And I'm really dealing with that now. Well, I'm actually dealing with it in the way that, it doesn't, I'm thinking more about it doesn't really matter, but it does matter because, especially when it's the only thing you have going for you. I think I gotta pause here because I don't want to edit. I can't edit this too much. So if I'm not going to say anything, I got to stop. The place is a disaster too. I have to clean it up because if I am going to get really, really sick, I at least need my surroundings to be. I don't want to be like dying in bed surrounded by all kinds of squalor too. So that I should probably fix up immediately. I sold an item, which is, I have so many items on eBay, but I only just sold one. It was an expensive one. It was worth $300, so that part is good. But I have to wrap it up, and I need to do that tonight. And I need to maybe pick up the modem tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to be available after the people come. So does that mean that I'm not going to have internet until I'm able to get the modem? Because the service call for the people coming is before the modem comes, and they say that's not a problem, but it's a problem for me because I won't have internet. And then maybe I won't be able to go to the store or the post office. The post office is like a store lately because every time I go, there's all kinds of parcels and presents for me. Thank you, guys. I think a big part of the way I'm feeling has to do with I was contacted yesterday to do a modeling job, and you people reach out to you, and I just have it in the back of my mind that it depends on the situation. If somebody wants to work with you, then like it's a given. And sometimes you don't know if that's a situation or they're like looking for all kinds of different people. But at the same time, I have it in the back of my mind that, okay, if they're looking for all kinds of other people, then they're definitely I'm going to show up and they're going to be disappointed. I probably look better in pictures than I do in real life, or the pictures that I have. And I don't know, it depends on the photographer. Sometimes if the photographer's not very good, and in Canada, a lot of the time photographers aren't very good, because if you're good, you move to the States. It's just how it is in any art form, sadly, or I don't know. The population of all of Canada, the second biggest country in the world, maybe the biggest country in the world, it has the same population as just California. I think I just heard somebody say that. It's just like the arts aren't sustainable, or anything creative isn't sustainable here. Anyway, going back to it, it's easier for me just to say no. Like I learned this doing I used to turn down auditions all the time because I know what they're looking for, and I have enough experience going that you're supposed to go to everything and just and do it and not care about it and forget about it. But I know when I'm wasting my time, basically, and yeah, and I don't want to be thinking about that. See, that's not good. So it's better for me probably not to do it anymore. First of all, because I'm not the right market for now. Whatever, whatever all of the specifics behind anything, it's better for me not to have that extra worry in the back of my head, and that's what makes you think, oh no, I'm not good enough, or compare it's another place where I have to compare myself to other people. And that's just part of living in this world. And if I want my life to be as awesome as possible, and if I can remove a place where I have to compare, this is why I live the way that I do in complete isolation. It's so much better than having to deal with all of the other people's bullshit and values that I don't agree with. So living in my own bubble is way better. And I give myself enough pressure to be better, and nothing's good enough. So I don't need other people choosing other people who are. When somebody's choosing somebody over you, it does mean they're better for that purpose, whatever purpose they need them for. I don't need that in my life. This is something that I also encounter all the time. I don't like, I don't like when people ask for stuff. Like, there are people on YouTube. YouTubers make money. It's great. They should be happy with. I think they should be happy with that. I'm okay with ads. You've run some ads that pays you. I'm okay with that. When people have their little, I don't know, this goes back to the art thing. People get really upset when I don't accept people taking money for their art. You should take money for your art. And maybe I'm just a really bad businessman, but it makes me really uncomfortable to ask or to watch someone ask someone else for money for a service. I think it's fine. I think it's fine if somebody, this goes back to modeling gigs too. I think it's fine if somebody comes to you specifically and says, I'm going to give you this much money. Let's do this. Let's do this job. Do this job for me. But when you're asking, I don't know, I find it so uncomfortable when you have to try. I mean, it sounds like there's something wrong with me in this situation. I find it so uncomfortable and so insincere, and because you're being somebody else, you're being this salesperson to sell yourself, schmoozing and networking. It's all so fake, and I just don't agree with it. I can't see. I don't believe in selling yourself. I just don't. Unless, like I said, like with like OnlyFans, and then it's like, you're dirty perverts, you deserve to pay. And the costume bin, wow, it looks small. It's really big. It it's spacious. Things were all crammed in there before, and I added other stuff that I didn't have. This is a new wolf mask that I love. My Jason mask, the Friday the 13th videos, like a little straw hat for cowboy videos and whatnot, a crown, which doesn't really fit me, but I just like the cartoon style of it. And yeah, the stuff fits in there now, and I have a whole bag of stuff to get rid of. And I think minimalism is a process, and I like how you can come back and revisit the stuff that you've already cleared out, and then the more you do it, the more you're going to be able to get rid of more stuff. So I do feel really good about that. And maybe I am moving around, so maybe I'm feeling better. I'm going to get a good night's sleep. Hopefully, I'm so tired that I will go to bed really early. I'm recording this video. Am I going to record 2 more toy videos? I only have to really do 1, as long as I do the advent calendar one. But hopefully, my plan is to do 2 toy videos a day, too, besides. I like this angle and lighting. I'll just sit here for a while then. Hair, gray, beeswax, sticky hair. I just put some more in, before I started recording. I thought I should try to make myself look a little presentable, so I just stuck in it might look a little sticky, greasy. I don't really want it to look like it has stuff in it. You would think you'd think by the way that I talk that I actually spend some time taking care of myself. It's not true. It's mostly I just worry about stuff. You know what? That is exactly how my whole life is. I worry about, the amount of money I have. I worry about the amount of stuff I have. I worry about the conditions that I live in. I worry about how I want everything to be perfect and awesome. And most of the time I just worry about it. I don't actually do anything about it. And that is the reason I'm so hard on myself. Because I know what I do, and it's not enough. And, oh yeah, I was just going to say, nowhere comparable to what I see other people do. And that's comparing. I don't know why I'm so bad at not comparing myself. Wait, that's a double negative. I can't stop comparing myself to others and thinking that everyone's comparing. You can't come on to the internet and talk about how pathetic you are without being really, really pathetic. That is the problem here. So, but I also don't want to come on here and lie, because I hate that way worse. That's way worse. Way, way worse. You already know the downside of this is I always come here when I'm feeling my worst because it's easy. But I'm here all week. I mean, I'm here all month. So, will there be ups and lows? How manic am I? We'll know after Christmas. It's going to be bad though when there's videos that not 100 people watch. That's going to be really sad for me. Maybe I don't care. I don't care under it all. In the end, when you really think about it, I won't care. So I love you. I've talked way too much. This is awesome. This is going to be easy. I have to sort my whole winter hats and scarves and stuff and see and make it so I can take the lid off of that box and put it back on again. So maybe there's not going to be a new box every day, apparently, but there could be. Did I tell you I loved you?